Hey. Oh, my camera isn't right. I don't like that. I need to at least be. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Hey, oh my God, y'all. Last week it was just crazy, crazy. So guess what? We had to take a minute. So I do appreciate y'all's patience. I hope y'all are coming back again and stick with us because we are here for you. But last week was what y'all wouldn't have been able to join us anyway last week. Everybody was cooking and family
Exactly.
was in town and all of that. Y'all would anyway, I'm feeling bad for nothing. I can just talk myself out of feeling bad.
There you
Anyway.
go.
Anyway, welcome back. Happy holiday season. And even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas, celebrate love because I think that's what it's about anyway, baby. So
Yes, it is.
I'm Jamie,
And I'm Sonia.
and we are why?
Why? Because
Because
we
we
said
said
so.
so. And what we do here is we sit and look at social media stuff, laugh, and send it back and forth to each other. And then we think, let's talk about this. And so that's how we come up with our topics. So people ask me all the time, what are you talking about this week? And I'm thinking, I don't know. I
Girl, we
don't,
gotta wait to see what's good. It be
girl.
so
I mean,
much.
sometimes last minute we changing stuff. So
Right.
we are here. Look, what we're talking about today is no joke. It's serious as ever. Y'all are doing open enrollment. Get your stuff together. Get it together. Anyway, go ahead, Sonya. Talk to the people.
Okay, I don't know how we just went on healthcare, but do your open enrollment.
Well, why? Cause well, when you say what you say, I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting ready to go ahead and play this.
Dear Leon and Zach, my mother passed away and left me in charge of her estate. I'm her eldest child, and she trusted that I would split everything fairly with my two siblings. I decided to split her estate evenly between myself, my kids, my brother, and his two kids, and my sister. My sister was upset because I didn't give anything to her stepson. She said that since I had given portions of the estate to both my kids and my brother's kids, it was only fair that I split with her stepson as well. I don't see it that way. Her stepson is not her biological child, so why should he be entitled to my mother's money? My brother agrees with me, but some of our other relatives are saying that I should have given money to my sister's stepson as well. My sister is threatening to cut me out of her life if I don't give a portion of my money to her stepson. But I don't think I was wrong. Was I wrong?
Hey,
Oh, so what you think?
He was wrong. He was wrong. That's her son. He's ready. Okay, so though we don't use step over here at all, my daughter has 6 children. My son has 4 children. 4 of my daughter's kids are not her bios. One of my son kids is not his bio, but those are our kids. If we go on family trips, they're coming. If we do whatever, they're coming. Those are our children. I always tell people when they say how many grandkids you have, I say 10. If I would say I only have 5, I don't have 5. I have 10. Those kids, I am Nana. They treat me as Nana. They call my daughter mommy. I mean, they were raised in the house with my daughter. I would never give to my 2 granddaughters because it's 4 boys over here. And then my daughter and her husband had 2 girls. My daughter raised 3 of the 4 boys in the house since they were children. There is no way I would separate anything I do for those children. I think he was totally wrong. The,
Yeah.
the
So this is the thing too. Is one, I'm sure that the mother probably treated that child like her child, like it was her
Of course, it
grandchild.
is her child. If she's raising the child, it's her child.
Right. And so this is my question though with the person who was left in charge to divide it up. Because initially they said that I was supposed to divide the money up between me, my brother, and my sister. So at what point did you decide to say, okay, instead of just me, my brother, and my sister, I'm going to give the money to the children as well? because
Right.
it feels like there was like it was a personal reason why you did that. Like if you would have
Right.
just given that money and split it the way you said initially,
Right.
then she could have made the decision on whether or not she was going to give the money
Right.
to the other child, you know, or share it with him, or however they were going to split the money up. Because it just seemed like, and then it was even another one where they said, I don't feel like I should give them my money. It's not your
It's
money.
not your money. It is not your money, sir. It is your mother's money, and do what your mother said do with it. But see, this is okay. First off, two things: open enrollment, because people are going over insurance. It's insurance with their jobs and all of that now. That's why I said that, because at your job, when you do open enrollment, it's not only health, it's also life. Put everybody's name on it that you want to get some of your money. Period. It has lines. You can do an amendment. You can do whatever. Do not just put one person's name on there and no think that they're going to read your mind on what you want them to do with the money. It's ridiculous. If you want everybody to get the money, put everybody's name on there. Quit being a chicken butt and not doing that. That is so annoying to me. I'm telling you, I put this on my page all the time. Quit causing discord in your family because you were a chicken. Period. My children know my money, once it goes to both of my children, they know I want them to give my grandkids money. We've had that discussion. What they give them is up to them. Those are their children.
Exactly.
But
But see, people know, and this is the thing too. Everybody knows that when somebody passes away, woo, when it's got money involved,
girl,
woo wee, you see
girl,
a
the
whole
fight
different
is
person. That
on.
person, woo,
The fight is on. I was
it
talking
is.
to this, I was talking to this girl one day. All of her children, she had 5 kids. All of her kids were grown. All of them were grown. The baby was in college. And I had this because I'm always talking about this subject because it's so crazy to me that people do this stuff. And I asked the girl, I said, "Oh, I said, your life insurance. You have life insurance?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "So how is it divided?" And she said, "Well, my oldest daughter gets it and she'll split it with the kids." I said, "So y'all have had, the whole family has had this discussion?" She was like, "Well, no, but she knows what I want. First off, no one can read your mind. Secondly," I said, "why would you make her the main beneficiary, the only beneficiary, and have her have to distribute it? What if she decides, well, the third one, he gets on my nerves, I'm only going to give him 10,000. Well, no, she wouldn't do that. You don't know what she will do. You won't
Exactly.
be here to oversee it. She might get a man that say, we ain't giving them nothing."
Ooh,
So,
that's
I
a
mean,
whole nother
really,
thing. But
that's
let
a,
me tell y'all though, let me tell you, in all openness and fairness, I am on my mother's accounts. I am on her insurance. But see, my mama lives with me, and my mother trusts that I would do it because she
right,
knows I will. Like we know that I'm
right,
going to do whatever it is she's
exactly,
asked me to do. Like, and the family knows. So it's like it's not like it's a secret, right?
right,
So everybody knows. So I can't even imagine breaking my family up over money because it's
over
not that
money.
important. Because to
Mm-mm.
me, like if it got to be that point to where it was just this serious, I would be like, okay, fine, never mind. I'm gonna. This is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna give this baby money because my family is more important to me
Right.
than the money. And it's like, how do you even make a conscious decision to leave
Yeah.
that child out? I could see if the child was like an adult, like maybe if the child was, 30 or over
Right.
18 or something like that. But the way it sounds is this child is still in the home, just like your
Right.
children are still in the home, your brother's children are still in the home
Right.
with him. So how do you even separate that like that? Like, do y'all
Yeah.
go around saying, because are you saying now, so this is not my nephew? Are you saying that?
Exactly.
So in your heart, is this child not your nephew? So all the
And
times that
obvious.
you've been letting him call you auntie or uncle or
Right.
whatever, so now you're saying this child is not really mine because it's not blood. I don't think this child is really mine because you made that decision.
And obviously, the mother loves the child because she's upset to the point where she's like, if you don't do this, it's going to affect our relationship. This is my
Right.
kid. How do you just X my kid out? You know, that, yeah, that is, I don't understand people, how they get so selfish and caught up in money and stuff that, just divide the freaking money. But people need to
Exactly.
understand, people, grown people, you need to understand, put the names on the stuff. You don't need nobody to do any of that if you do it yourself. If you write down the names of the people that you want your money to go to, we won't have this problem at
Exactly.
all. You
But
won't have the problem.
my so my dad passed and he left everything to me. Like on
Mhm.
his side, he had two other children. But he left me in charge again. My dad came to live with me. So like I'm like that child, the one to take
Right.
everybody. So my dad came to
She
live
said
with
the one
me.
to take care of everybody.
Right. And I don't care because it just but that's a whole different story, y'all, because my mom and daddy had to live in the same house together again. That was funny. But anyway,
Uh,
so but he left me in charge. And so my brother is the only one that I've ever my half brother. He's the only one that I've ever been in contact with out of the siblings because for some reasons the other ones never wanted to have anything to do with me, which is kind of strange because like I'm the oldest, so it's
right.
not like you should dislike me because my mama cheated with him or something. Because
Right.
me and my mama was
Exactly.
gone by then, So when he made
Right.
y'all, but anyway, the mother never wanted them to have a relationship with me, but he and I formed a relationship anyway. So I had to ask my dad. I said, Dad, do you want me to give them anything? I said, because you don't have anything in here for them. I actually had to ask him that because I
Right.
wanted to be fair, and he was like, yeah, give them such and such and such. And
Right.
honestly, the girl never got it because she never called me back.
Oh wow.
Like I gave him everything my dad said to give him.
Right.
But the daughter, she never ever wanted to get in touch with me. She never talked to me. Like he told her because I asked him to have her call me. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna give you what he said. I'm gonna honor what he said. But she would never
Exactly.
call. She would never call me back.
Wow. How long ago has it been since your dad
Oh,
passed?
girl, he died in 2012.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Statute of limitations has passed, lady.
Oh, girl, that money been gone. Girl, no car notes, no nothing. That money been gone.
Exactly, Lindsay. She
But the
said one
thing
of the
is,
best
he
gifts a
told me.
person can give. I'm sorry, let me go back. One of the best gifts a person can give to their loved one is clearly defined wishes and direction for their access and things to take care of after you pass. Period.
Yes.
Period. It is, I mean, make it clear. It's the, I mean, why? Like, I have all like my passwords, my kids know. My bank account stuff. I just put my daughter on my bank account. I'm like, ain't no point. Something happened to me, girl. You got a debit card. Do what you need to do. We don't need to ask the bank, can we take none of that? We ain't doing no probate. Everybody's
Exactly.
on point. I mean, don't let the money do what it do. You know,
Yep.
insurances, names are written down. I'm not playing. I told him when you know what? When I pass, you get the insurance money. I want y'all to go on a nice big trip and honor me and your daddy. Invite. I gave her some people to invite because I want them to, pay for these people. You know, Look, be clear. It's why is it so hard to be? I think you're full of crap if you leave your kids out there like that.
Yeah.
I think you're weak-minded and full of crap. You don't want to
My
deal with it.
I have this coworker. She has with her and her husband. It's a book, and they call it their death book
Yeah.
because they have put everything in it. And I have to say, I have not done what I'm supposed to do. So Levert and I have talked about. He keeps telling me, "Girl, you need to do and we need to because
Son,
like we're a little
Sonya,
seasoned right now. So and you just
a
never
little
know.
season, girl, you better
Hush
get
your
it
mouth. I'm
together.
a little seasoned. You be what you want.
A
But
little,
but 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 this girl, she says they have everything. Like they have everything. The mortgage, the
yeah,
car, they have bank accounts, they have like you say, passwords and everything. They have
yeah.
everything written down in this book. She said her kids hate to see them when they take that book out because they know that they're what it's for,
Right.
but they know that it's gonna really
Yeah.
benefit them in the long run to have this stuff,
Exactly.
and you really should. Like I say,
Girl,
I may be the only one like on my mom, but everybody knows. Like like we even know the color she wants to wear, stuff like that. So like
exactly.
we've had these conversations, so we're not just out there floating and don't know what's going to happen. So
No.
but I know that we need to do that, so I'm not
Yeah,
even going to
please
say I
do it.
don't.
May do it this week. Do it before, definitely do it before the year is out. Nothing is promised. I'm telling you. People don't pay attention to this stuff. I remember talking to my cousin and I was like, we talked during COVID, and I said it's amazing how many people don't even have a clue who their beneficiary is on their bank account. And she goes, well, I don't think I have one. I said, oh, but you do. They make you put one on there.
Right.
And she called the bank and it was her ex-husband.
Ooh, he would have been
Exactly.
happy.
And you got kids. Y'all divorced, you're not remarried, you got kids. And I mean, people, handle your business. It's ridiculous. Handle your business. Make sure the names are in place. This, when I tell you I could talk about this all day, I promise you. It is nerve-wracking to me when people don't have life insurance. For one, it costs to bury you. It costs to put your ass, and I'm saying that, in the ground. And I ain't even joking. It
Look, tell
costs.
us how you really feel, Jamie.
I'm telling you, it is annoying to me. And then people, I had somebody that was like, well, they don't really want to be cremated. They didn't leave any money. They don't get a choice. They should have left some money because everybody isn't coming together to do it. You can't sit there and call. I had people, well, I'm the only one that really has the money to do it. Cremation. They should have prepared. It is not that hard to get a burial insurance policy. It's not that hard. Hit me up. I got people that'll quote you a price in 2 seconds. I promise you. It's ridiculous that we are not preparing ourselves and making it clear. There would not be a fight in the family. I'll say this. My mother passed away, and uh, she worked for the state of Michigan. So we knew she had a policy in place. And so we called the state of Michigan. And by now it's a small policy because, of course, they deteriorate over years, right? The policy gets smaller, small, small. So, okay, so we get the policy, and the policy is in my brother's name. And I had to laugh because, my brother, I mean, we're cool. Like, it wouldn't be no problem, right? Nobody's going to trip. But my brother had just gotten out of prison like a year or
Right.
two prior to. Like, what? Like, the policy's in his name. Thank God he was home. Praise God. I'm thankful. But what if he wasn't? You know what I'm saying? Then it would have been like, okay, y'all, we all got to come together, get this done. Because my mother definitely, she was clear. I want to be buried and I want to be in a mausoleum. Put me in the wall. You know, the
Okay,
wall ain't
mama.
cheap. The wall ain't cheap. Be clear on that. You know what I'm saying? When you
Say
got
the wall
you,
ain't cheap.
the wall ain't cheap, baby. Let me tell you. And she was clear on what she wanted. So if my brother wasn't home, it would have been like everybody trying to come together it's not cheap. Everybody doesn't have money to just do this, to come up and say, oh, such died unexpectedly. Now I need to cough up 25, 30,000 unexpectedly. Everybody ain't got it. So be clear. Go get insurance. Call me. Hit me up. Inbox me. DM me. Whatever. I'll get you with an insurance person that'll get you some decent rates. Because, baby, let me tell you,
It's
you do
important.
not. It's important. I don't want to leave my kids out on the limb. They sitting there going, dang, how we going to cremate mom? I want to be cremated. Everybody know. How we going to cremate mom? That's horrible. That is horrible. I remember the insurance man coming to my mama's house to collect them few dollars. When I grew up, we were like, it was all about insurance. When
Yo,
I grew
I
up, I'm
remember
like,
those
oh,
days.
oh yeah. When I grew up, it was like, oh no, honey, we get insurance immediately. I mean, like, I don't care if I don't die until I'm 90. I promise you, I'm gonna have some insurance on my head. It is just, we have got to be more responsible. Quit making your kids out to be the bad guy in the family because you don't want to write down everybody's name. That's terrible. I mean, I mean, I know my brother was my mama's baby. So I know why she put
So
his name
that's
on
why I
there.
was just gonna ask you. I'm like,
That was her baby. That was her baby.
yeah,
And there was no
Charlize, your sister say yes. I remember that insurance man.
exactly, exactly. My brother was my mama's baby. So when it said him on the insurance thing, we all just laughed because we knew. But it wouldn't have been funny if he wouldn't have been here. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's the thing. It wouldn't have been funny. So that's the only thing. It's just make it easier for the people that's already grieving, man. The people are grieving and now they gotta do GoFundMe's and all of that stuff. It's ridiculous. Make it simple. Now, what I would have done if I was that young man was give it to everybody, like the heads of the family. Like,
Right.
here, Jasmine, here's your money, Ryan, which is even what I did when Rocky passed. Me and Rocky literally discussed how much he wanted the kids to have. And then he said, now go ask them how much they think they should get. Because he thought that would be so funny. This was literally on my baby's deathbed.
Girl.
And so I went downstairs with the kids and I said, come here. Your dad wants me to ask you all a question. And I asked him, I said, how much do you all think y'all should get from the insurance money? Jazz was right on the money. Ryan was a little bit higher, and we all laughed. And when I told Rocky, he go, kind of figured Ryan would say that, and we laughed. But their name wasn't on the policy. I'm his wife. I got 100%. And then I gave it to my children, and then they could do what they want to with it. Give it to their children or whatever. But don't make it hard on your kids unnecessarily, man. Don't do it. Don't do it. My kids know. They split 50-50. Period. It's not what who's saying. No, I don't need the Shanice. I'm sorry. As much as
Yeah.
folks talk about insurance money now, if you don't have any money for your burial, then call the state, see what they give you for burial, and it's over. You're going to be
Yep.
what they
And
used to
there's
say. They're
nothing.
going to put you in a
She
pine
said
box.
cremation is the best way. We don't believe in our money in the ground, but I understand having money in place for whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. See, so me personally, I've told everybody I want to be cremated because I just do not believe in putting any money in the ground. Like I said, I don't believe in that. Like, and I told
Right.
my son, I'm like, cremate me, make little necklaces out of me,
Right.
and give me to you wear it, give them to your kids, because I have one biological child, so I'm like, and give them to the
Right.
kids, and
Right.
just keep me with you as long as you can till you forget about, but until you lose the necklace or whatever, because people
Exactly.
do stuff like that, but that's
Right.
what I'm like, just keep me around with you, but because when
Exactly.
I did my dad's funeral, that's when I was like, oh my gosh, no.
It's ridiculous.
It is
It is
crazy how much they
sad.
charge, and you
It
want
is
to put
ridiculous.
somebody away nice if you want to do it that way,
Right.
But I was like, but we were blessed. My dad was a veteran, so we didn't have to pay for a plot. So he was buried. He's buried up at the National Cemetery. I could be
It
buried in the
ain't no,
National Cemetery myself, but I would prefer to be
ain't
cremated.
nobody going to do. I mean, some people go on the anniversary of the death or the birthday. Over time, it will be gone. I mean, it's just no one's going. I mean, like, just cremate me, girl. My daughter is like, well, Mom, when you pass, what do you want me to do with all these ashes? I said, you're ridiculous. She's a minimalist, so she's looking like, what you want me to do with all this stuff? And I'm like, give it to my son, because he will definitely hold on to everything. But
So
that's
he'll
just jazz.
keep you.
He'll keep me. That's just jazz. That's how she is.
Your
I
daughter
know
gonna
how
have you in a
she is.
storage closet.
Girl, she'll be sitting there like, she really want me to keep this stuff laying around the house forever? Because this girl throw away clothes. I mean, I'm like, girl, this still have a tag on it. Mom, I haven't worn it all this time. I'm getting rid of it. So I know she's a minimalist. She's not going to hold on to stuff. My son, no, get your mom and your daddy. Get us away from your sister. Put us in the water somewhere. We love a beach. Take us to the beach somewhere. You could just dump us there. We'll be okay. But
Okay.
have your stuff in, or he said, I'm taking you to Glendora, your husband.
Oh no, you not. Girl,
I
that's
don't know
that
what
blink and
Glendora
you out of
is.
it town. Nope, 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 nope,
But
nope.
it's no joke that, we have to seriously, y'all. We have got to be more aware of everything. I mean, it's so sad. It's sad that we don't take the time. Insurance is not that expensive. Now, as you get older, it gets more expensive, you know. But
That's why you
so
get it young and keep it.
and keep it, but I don't know. I think it's sad that we are still in a era where people is running around and not having insurance. I mean,
Hold up.
we
Brenda said, what is
Brenda,
Glendora? Glendora is his hometown where if you go and you blink, you will be out of it. It is
yeah.
not even a one light town. It is just there. It's just a couple of buildings.
Wait a
I think the
minute. So what you gonna
population
do?
now is like
You taking her ashes
112.
there?
Huh?
He gonna take your ashes there,
I'm
or he
assuming
gonna?
because that's all that's gonna be left. It's like 112 people live there.
Oh, whoa! And they all
Yeah,
related. Look,
exactly, exactly. So no,
Laverne,
that's our joke
you
though.
are
He
not
always
taking my
says we
friend to
moving
no
back.
Glendora.
Nope. He said we're gonna get a double wide and move to Glendora.
Ooh, Lord, no,
It's not gonna happen.
no,
No.
but no. So seriously, you all, I'm gonna give my little
I was
my
gonna say, give you 30 seconds.
my 30 seconds. Please, please, please get insurance. It's open enrollment. Your job offers insurance. That is not enough. I just want to be clear on that. Get the insurance through your job because it's cheap, but also get an outside policy because if you get fired or quit or whatever, that insurance goes away. So go get a regular policy with an insurance person. If you need an insurance person, hit me up. I can recommend some people. But baby, please don't have your child out here begging on Facebook to bury you. It is not a good look at all. And the 9 times out of 10, it's going to take 30 to 60 days for them to come up with the money, and you just going to be sitting there. And if you
Exactly.
sit there, they charging you. The funeral
Yes.
home not sitting you there for free. Be clear on that. They're charging you. So it's all a joke. Stop it. Get your act together. Get it together, people. Like I said, get you some insurance and write down who you want it to go to. I don't care if you have 10 kids, list all their names unless you don't want somebody to get it. Trust me, if the number 7 kid don't see his name on there, he gonna say she left me off on purpose. So he know not to get mad at the other
Look,
sibling.
and he know why.
And he know why. But when you give it to one person and that one person says she left it to me, by law, they're absolutely right. They can't do anything about that. By law, that one kid can keep every dime. So don't do that to your children, man. If you think they're not responsible enough to have the money, then tell them that up front. I'm not leaving you anything because I don't think you're responsible. Don't leave it up to the one kid to have to take all the repercussions behind it. It's not cool and it's definitely not fair.
So
That's my take.
my 30 seconds is I I'm cool with the one kid. I just think that you need to make sure your one kid is trustworthy and can do what it is that you ask them to do. I still think you can leave it to one person, but you can also put in your will that this is what you want it to be done with it. But and that is another thing. Get a will. Don't go get a will because you need that too.
And if you get a will, don't hide it because they don't
Exactly.
need it. If I
Don't
hear
leave it
that
in
woman
the
where they
up at
had
a
a will,
handwritten will in the piano seat like Aretha and have your family fighting over your money for years. I mean, like
girl,
those people should know. But get a will. Make sure you have your stuff in place. And this girl, I pray that they work this situation out and that she did eventually fix this so that that child could get something because I feel like that child has been in that family for a while if that sister feels so
yeah,
strongly about it. So don't
that is
separate.
sad.
Like I don't separate. That's all I say.
Don't do
Don't
that.
separate.
Yeah.
So
You're right, Brenda. Get insurance, people. It's not that expensive. I mean, my God, you walk out the front door, you spend $100. That's insurance.
Well, Shawnee said that they spend money on purses and liquor, but don't want to pay $33 for some insurance.
For some insurance, man. Ain't no way I'm gonna let my insurance lapse. It's just not even. In no way. I have got to have insurance, man. And because you know what? I want my kids to be okay when I die. And the fact that they would be sitting there stressed out in the midst of grief is man. I don't know what I would have done if me and Rocky didn't have insurance and he would have passed and I've been sitting there, can't even lift my head up off the pillow.
Girl, your husband was
Where?
not gonna have that because when we came over there to visit, he was on the phone with Delta, making sure your flight benefits was in place and he in the bed. So no, he was gonna make sure that you was taken care of, ma'am. So,
oh my God, y'all were over there then?
yes, Nita and I came over.
That is hilarious. Girl, he called he wanted to make girl, he was not playing. Okay. He called the insurance man. That man was like, when it happens, Miss Jackson, just give me a call, no matter day or night. Just send me a text and he wasn't joking. And
No.
I'm appreciative of that. You know, I mean, there is nothing like grieving and having to worry about how I'm gonna bury somebody.
Yep.
And I mean, ooh. I mean, like no. So people, please do not put that stress. That family now is going to be in a fight amongst, taking sides over something that is a joke. And yeah, she can give the kids some of her money. Of course she can. And I'm sure she will. But if you're gonna give it to everybody else, how you miss my kid? That's not cool. Man, I would be livid. I would be because it's hurtful.
It
And
is. Because you're
being hurt.
making a plain distinction between
Exactly.
this child that she's taking into her home and is treating
Exactly.
as her own, but
Yep.
you're making a distinction between those kids, and that's not
Exactly.
fair.
Ooh, let me say one more thing, y'all, before we get off, because this just came into my head. So, you know, no, I ain't gonna say it. Anyway, I'll say it another time. Anyway,
Okay.
okay. Love y'all. Bye.
Love y'all. See you next week. When?
Love
What
you.
time next week?
Next time. Oh my God. I took a week off and now I'm confused.
Right.
We
You don't
see
know your
y'all next
time.
week. I know. See y'all next week on why? Because we said so. 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, and 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. See, it's still daylight here. Y'all see outside my window?
It's definitely not daylight here.
I know.